But I say unto you, love your enemies. Bless them that curse you. Do good to them that hate you. And pray for them which despitefully use you and persecute you.
Which is the first commandment of all?
Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God is one Lord. Thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all thy heart, and with all thy soul, and with all thy might, and with all thy strength. This is the first and great commandment, and the second is like unto it. Thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. On these two commandments hang all the law and the prophets.
Master, thou hast said the truth. There is one God, and none other but He. And to love Him with all the heart, and with all the understanding, and with all the soul, and with all the strength, and to love his neighbor as himself, is more than all the whole burnt offerings and sacrifices.
Thou art not far from the kingdom of God.
Sure, they got white light.
What's up, y'all?
Whoa, hold on.
Is that Linus Tech Tips?
You do something. What you be doing?
I'm on here freestyling for people, man. Can I do a freestyle for you guys?
That's that dope. That's that TikToker.
Oh, damn. Yo, can I do a freestyle for you guys?
Give us one. Wait, turn up.
Hold on. We gotta give him words. We gotta give him words.
Give me the most creative, challenging words you can think of.
Ambidextrous.
Ambidextrous.
Okay.
Yeah,
Pedestrians. Okay, that's a good one. That's a good one.
Another big one.
Another big
Chronicle.
one. Afghanistan.
Afghanistan. All right.
Okay. Revolutionary.
Ambidextrous, chronicle, Afghanistan, and revolutionary. Those are the words? Y'all ready?
Yep.
All right, let's go. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Other artists really need to get their flex up. When it come to freestyles, yo, I'm next up. I be shining kinda like my man's necklace. Use both sides of my brain, I'm ambidextrous. I'm the freshest type. They can feel the vibes from left to right. Y'all know that I'm the dopest on jams. Ambidextrous, cause I can use both of my hands. Then again, it don't matter if I'm right or left-handed, cause I never write it. I hope you understand it. I provide it right off the tip of the brain. And when I'm spitting for my people, all my shit is insane. I make it happen. I'ma kick a rap verse. Shout to my homie with the necklace and the black shirt. Filming on the phone, gotta get it on your camera. They got questions, Harry is the answer. Yeah, I'm about to make it known. When I rhyme, I be entering the crazy zone. Thank you for the words, y'all came up with the good stuff. Shout the homie chilling in the middle with his hood up. I go beyond your flow, going places other rappers wanna go. Do it by myself, no sponsor, bro. I'm delivering the rap chronicles. Your level up, I go beyond it. Matter of fact, I'm about to get you lifted like the Chronic. Can't nobody else rock this way. High like the Chronic, that's word to Dr. Dre. H-Mac, I'ma put it down. Every time I'm rhyming, they be loving my sound. Can't nobody really do it like me. Winning in my psyche. Shout my homie who be rocking Nike. On the zip up, I get props. Whenever I be spitting, they gon' see me on TikTok for hip hop. I'ma put it down for all of y'all. I be cold shivery. This here is the Chronicle delivery. Delivering the magazine and the periodical. I got the hottest flow, you know I brought it, bro. I ain't never slipping. Yeah, y'all just be assistant. I'm Michael Jordan, these rappers like Pippen. Think they on my level, homie, they be tripping. I grip the mic and then I'm about to slam the jam from LA to Afghanistan. I'm about to break it down till I find my peace. They put my music in the Middle East, yeah. All my lyrics are gigantic, I'm about to make them panic. They can feel my shit across the whole planet, yeah. Lyrics is what I'm about to push. He was like, yo, he's rapping right now. He said, shush, please be quiet, he's really getting down. I'ma blow your mind with the rhymes that's profound. I be doing me, and y'all know they never doing Harry. When it come to lyrics, all my flows are revolutionary. What I mean to say is when I'm spitting off the brain, I be revolutionary, go against the grain. I'm about to make a change the whole earth. I'm about to blow your mind with the freestyle verse. The beat stopped, but I wasn't ready to end. H-Mac be the freestyle internet trend. Let's go.
Yo.
you don't know the things I know or how much cash I make. I promise you, my heart is true, trusting the word that's free. Give me a way, get back to see this what is here to speak. Trust me, bro, enjoy the show. Please don't say I'm a snake. He's got the joke, go with the flow, chill out and take a break. I promise you, my heart is true, trusting the word that's free. Give me a way, get back to sleep, it's what is here to speak.
Trust me, bro.
Does Anthony think your name's Jamie?
I don't know. Do you think my name's Jamie, Anthony?
Paul Joe is his name.
Paul Joe. Well, he said something about Joe to start with. Will you be watching the Scousers give the Geordies a good slap about Wembley in an hour, Joe? It's on ITV. That might be me. I don't know, but I'm Joe without any. Paul Joe. That's why you go PJ. Same way, Anthony. I don't know who Jamie is. See, there's only 6 watching. I can't believe there's nobody done that except Anthony. One of them, mind you, everybody was probably tired because I went for 12 hours and rumble and that, so I have no idea. I had a moment there. I thought it was Jamie, someone else from.
It happens to all of us.
I know. 7 watching. I'm gonna wait a little bit to see if anybody comes in. I'll just put on some of Jim's observations for now, see if anybody comes in. I didn't pin it. I thought I put the link in.
I think didn't Scotland play France today in the rugby?
I haven't got a clue. I haven't got a clue, but I don't keep track of that. You know what I mean? Right, see if anybody else comes in. I've got to
Oh,
sit down.
yesterday they lost.
Alright. Just decided to go in for an hour. Because Jonathan, Mandela Effect, Jonathan Bardsley, gave me his video to check out. He thinks that the dome, it's his alternative thoughts on the dome, what it's made of and what's happening to it. Me, I go by what the Bible says. I think it's a solid structure. I think what Jonathan tries to say is some kind of, I don't know, magnetic thing, electromagnetic thing that turns the water into a dome or something. I don't know exactly. But I said he gave me it to look at because he gave me the one about the lunar wave. And to me, it sounded all heliocentric. And he says, "Oh, you weren't impressed by that one, so I'll give you this one to have a look at. You'll love it. You'll like it." So I'll give it my honest opinion. I don't, whether I know what it's on about or not, I'll give it my honest opinion. You know what I mean? Something he says, "I was actually regressing to an earlier state. I just thought you were a different guy for a moment." It happens. It happens. As long as it doesn't happen to yourself and you mistake
You don't
yourself,
forget who you are.
you mistake yourself for someone else, because we know people like that, like Brenda and stuff. They think there's someone else, don't they? You don't want none of that stuff. You know what I mean? So yeah, let me just put on a few Jim's observations just to see if anybody comes in. There's only 6. Oh, Baza's in the house.
Hi, Baza.
See you, Baza. Good to see you, Baza. I still haven't slept, Baza. I just decided to stream. I literally 3 hours ago finished a 12-hour stream on Rumble. And I did it because we were told, right, remember, that you could only get 12 hours. And that's why the TFE that's why they didn't really go for the 24-hour live stream. That was part of the reason, saying that you can only stream 12 hours. Well, I streamed 12 hours 20 minutes, and I never got kicked out or anything from Rumble. It just carried on. That's why I streamed that long. Roger was with me. I said, "No, I want to go for 12 hours just to see if it goes over, just to see if I get kicked off after the 12 hours." Didn't. I carried on until like 20 minutes after that, and I still wasn't kicked off after it. So you can stream as long as you want, I think.
Hi, FE Patriot.
Exactly. Yeah, that's what I think it is. Another black light proper.
No, but wouldn't you have tested it before you went, right?
Well,
to see if you can stream for 24 hours.
What do you think?
And also, if you knew that it would only had cut out after 12 hours, why not an hour behind, like nearly at 12 hours? Why would you not start streaming on another one, and then there's no stop, and it'll overlap, but it carries on from there. But there's ways they could have done it.
Right. FE Patriot says, "Is there some reports of the dome or container being made of frozen oxygen called ice?" I do not know. I mean, Jonathan, Mandela Effect, Jonathan Bardsley, gave me, it says, I want your opinion on this. This is what he thinks the dome is, and there's something happening to it. And I haven't looked at the video. I just know it's alternative to what we think it is. I mean, it's first glances of what he's saying. I don't go for it. I think it's a solid structure. I think he thinks it's. I don't know. Let's just watch and see. But I'm waiting for people to come in.
See what Basler said.
PG bro, I was wicked ill last night and was in and out for latter parts. Every time I woke up, there was peace. I did fall asleep a few times. Like Roger phoned me to wake me up on my phone. Yeah, he wrote your phone me to wake me up, sort of thing. But yeah, it still went well. But over 12 hours. I mean, look, I'll show you. Look, Rumble. Over 12 hours I went, and look, never got kicked out. So Look, let's get that down.
No, but there's ways they could have done it, and to me, it just makes no sense that you wouldn't test it before you went.
No, of course, exactly.
Especially when you're paying all that money to go there, you would not risk not being able to do what you want to do.
No, exactly. See, that's the one. That's the one we're on now on Rumble, and this one we did earlier. Let me blow it up so you can see it. Can I blow it up? Yeah, I can. Yeah. See, I'll do it one more time. There you go. So yeah, this one. Yeah. Why doesn't it show my pointer?
12 hours 20 and 27
Yeah, 12
seconds.
hours. Yeah, but why does it not? Is it showing it now? When it wasn't showing it for a sec. There you go. Look, 12 hours 20. We went and didn't get kicked out by Rumble. It was me that left. You know. So you must be able to stream as long as you want.
Buzzer. Yeah, every time I was like, wow, he's still there. I don't know how Rog is awake either. Like, was awake.
Is Rog in the chat? Like,
no, Buzzer said it. Because
Aye,
Roger was there all
not
night.
awake now.
Look, I went to sleep. I got up this morning, they were still streaming, and I've been and had an afternoon nap. I've slept like a baby. Well, better than baby, because babies don't really sleep. I don't know why we say that.
Well, it's true.
I slept more like a log than a baby.
Right, we'll do a couple of Jim's observations before we get into it, and just to see, because we're only 4 watching, and so it goes. I don't mind you. People are probably sleeping. You have more than 4 in my chat though, but there we go. One of them.
Maybe people think that you're sleeping on the stream.
Say again.
Maybe people just think you're asleep on the stream because, you know, they might have missed the fact that you went off for a little bit.
Yeah, maybe. So it's Jim's some of Jim's observations. I'll just play a couple just to see if any, and if nobody comes in, then I'll carry on streaming before. That's fine. It's fine. I don't intend to be in for hours because Flats is on in 3 hours. Well, just under 3 hours. So. Know what I mean?
I want to know, because that bloke's doing Margaret's garden, right? And he's not just mowing it. So if he's charging 30 quid just to mow the grass, how much is he charging her for an hour's work?
Well, I don't know. I haven't got a bloody clue. So Anthony says, we do see chunks of frozen matter falling from the sky at times, but they always claim it's jet related. It might be, but how they know that is nothing more than speculative at best. It's true. Absolutely true. Of course it's speculative because you just don't know.
It'd be just my luck that a frozen thing would fall on my head. I remember getting pooed on by a bird on my way to school one day, and I went home and I was like, I'm not going to school. My mum was like, go and wash your hair. You are going to school. I'm not. A bird just shat on me. I am not.
Oh, well, not good. Do you know the saying about shit? Do you know when they say, about it's good luck for the bad shit, isn't it? How is it?
Not.
It stinks. You got to chuck your jacket out.
I don't want to get shot on by anything.
No, exactly.
Remember that bird I had in the house?
But oh yes, yeah, of course.
I'm scared of birds. I don't mind them. I like watching them, but don't fly near me. And I was in the house and I was like, I can hear a bird chirping.
Aye.
And I thought it might have been outside because the side windows always open. And I went to the toilet and I looked up, and in the hall there was a little bird on top of my light shade. And I had to catch it and let it go.
Did you?
Yeah, but I'm scared. I don't like the flapping. Don't flap near me.
I know. Don't flap near me.
No, but I had to catch it. I didn't want the dog eating it, and it was tiny.
Aye.
It was a little baby. Do you know when years ago I left my child in my flat because there was a bird in it? and I had to ring my sister, and I said, "You need to come and get this bird out." And she was like,
Really?
"Where's the baby?" And I said, "In the house." And she said, "So you two legged it out the house and you left the baby in there?" I said, "Yeah." There was a bird flapping about, and it was a big bird. No.
Babe, share this on your post. Put this on your post, community, see if anybody come. Seven watching. We usually have more than that. We usually hit the 20 at least, you know what I mean? But I don't know. I'll still stream you 7, yeah. Obviously, because I'm streaming. Did I actually? Oh, I have got his name in the chat. Right? Yeah, I have. In the description. Good. Oh, my chat has disappeared. It always does that when I refresh it now. I don't know why chat disappear when I refresh it. I have to go by StreamYard now.
Done. I put PJ's live again.
Time out. Oh, 8 watching. Oh, we're climbing. We might hit 10.
You only need 40 subs and you're at 600.
48 subs and I'm at 600. I know. I know. I was on 561 last night, but obviously, you know, it goes up and down. But it's weird. It must be a YouTube thing because in Rumble, my followers stay the same amount all the time. I've got 111 in Rumble
10.
followers. I've got 111.
10 watching.
Oh, I think I've got 100. No, there's 8. I thought you meant I had 10. 10
No,
and,
it was 10.
All right, okay. Well, it says 10, yeah, but it dropped to. That's what I'm saying. Some people just quickly look in and then, I can't be bothered with this one, I'm off. You know, sometimes that happens. Okay, one more for Jim, and then we'll get on with it no matter what. Yeah, could we do that one? Let's do this one. Starman. Yeah.
I've got earache, you know.
Okay, that's not nice.
Yeah.
Nine. And who's? But it's not just that. We usually have more in the chat. You know what I mean?
Aye. I found it rather rude that man was being nosy over my fence.
Well, no, depends.
I was in my dressing gown.
Mm.
Who does your garden? The gardener. Who does he think does the gardener? The bricklayer?
Maybe.
Does he think the bricklayer comes round and does me gardening? No, the gardener does me garden.
Mm. I mean, a bricklayer might be able to do your garden, but...
No, I'm not going to employ a bricklayer to do my garden, am I? I'm going to employ a gardener to do my garden.
Well, that'd be true.
But yeah, in my own garden. Hi, Chillin.
Hey, Chillin. You missed my 12-hour stream, bro.
In my own garden on a Sunday, in my pajamas with my dressing gown on, and the nosy twat has stuck his head over my face. Hi, Heron.
Chillin and Heron in the chat. Well, hey, I've been waiting for you guys.
Cool Joe.
Yes.
He stuck his head over the fence, being nosy. I'm in my pajamas and my dressing gown.
Aye.
And he's like, who does your garden?
How does
The
your garden
gardener.
go?
Well, I do everyone else's. I said, that's good for you. I'm quite happy with the gardener I got. And don't be nosing in people's gardens just because you want to mow another garden.
Exactly. Woo.
Vicky, the concept of the garden has always sat odd in my mind. I don't know why. Why? The garden. What do you call it? The yard?
Who? Me?
Bazza.
You were unconscious by 9 o'clock. No way. He's unconscious by 9 o'clock.
I go to sleep.
Well, you didn't hear me. I actually flatlined YouTube last night. I flatlined it instead of just cutting it off. So, 10 in the chart. 10 in the chart. Let's do it.
Basil, I'll give you.
Right. Oh, Roger, there we go. How you
Mr.
doing?
Ledwell is up.
Huh?
Mr.
Yeah,
Ledwell is awake.
certainly is. I still haven't slept.
Basil, one day I'll do a video of a garden tour for you.
Oh, what?
A garden tour.
Links at the top if anybody wants to come in. Links at the top. Just go to review Mandela Effect, Jonathan Bardsley's video on like what he thinks the dome is and what's happening. If I understand it, I'll be able to say some stuff. If I don't understand it, I'll say I don't understand. You know what I mean? Because I think what he talks about is a complicated process or happening, whatever it is. On first glances, I wouldn't agree with what he says. That's on first glances. I think it's a solid structure of some sort. I mean, I don't know. I don't think it's a magnetic thing. Right. Anyway, I'll just play it so he can say what he says about it. You know. Like I say, links at the top if anybody wants to come in. What?
Basil said, Vicky, for us it's a yard. It's a garden. It's a garden.
See, if you say yard here for your garden, that means you're trying to be a bit street, and doesn't it? If you're saying, I'm going to say you try to be a bit street if you say yard.
Like we lived on a farm and you have a yard, but not a garden. It's not the garden, that's the yard.
Baza, I haven't said the Baza. I laughed at your previous comment. I tapped out around midnight and went to bed. Hubby stayed up to watch. Each time I got up for juice, PJ was still.
I went to sleep.
Well, what it was, once I got to about 10 hours, I thought, right, I'm going to stop now. And then I realized, I thought, like, those people always say that if you're live streaming on YouTube or Rumble and that, you only get 12 hours. You're not allowed to stream over that. And that's what TFE was saying as well, wasn't it? Well, me and Roger waited for it to the 12-hour mark to see if I would get kicked out, cut off, or anything. No, we went for another 20 minutes. So 12 hours and 20 minutes we went for, and we cut it off ourselves. So it seems you can go for as long as you want. So why didn't they try and stream a 24-hour sun? I went over 12 hours streaming, so they must be allowed to, you know?
Basil said, for me, it's just grass, but I've never lived anywhere with a garden.
Really?
And Chilling said, Vicky, it's a garden.
Yeah, I've never really had a good garden or anything, but it'd be nice to have a garden just to chill in, I suppose. If I had a garden to chill in, I'd probably chill in the shed, in the man cave. You know what I mean? I'd probably do that.
Why is it a man cave? Like,
because men go and chill, make a little armchair and all that, and a little desk, and put the TV there and chill. That's why it's called the man cave, because that's what they do. A woman, you call it a woman cave if you go and do the same thing.
We've had this conversation before about when we moved. PJ went, I'm having a man cave. And I was like, hold on, what about me? Like,
you've got a woman cave. It's called the kitchen. I'm only joking. Don't you dare be quiet on me.
Veggies. So I have a garden, but for me, garden means veggies. That's an allotment.
What's that, Aaron? That's some awesome info, PG. More proof of those. Yes, exactly. And if you go to my Rumble, I've just showed it live as well. If you go to my Rumble, you'll see that it's that this morning stream, last night's stream into this morning, it actually nearly went into this afternoon for me, actually. Near enough. Go and check it. It says 12 hours 20. 12 hours 20. And we stopped it. We could have continued to go, carrying on. Not that we're going to, but we could have carried on. Sorry?
Say how Chilling spelled it. It's garden.
It's garden. It's garden. We say garden.
Garden.
I would spell it Gaardin. Garden.
Hi, Tony.
Same as like if you say garage, you say garage. Even names like if someone's called Gary, we sometimes say, how's it going, Gary?
Gary.
Or Sharon, if someone's called Sharon, how's it going, Sharon?
Sharon.
Like, I'm Sharon or Sharon. That's how we say things. It's just how we say things. Sharon, that's the same thing. Sharon. Garden, but it's the same thing. Garage, grass.
Yeah.
Grass for grass. Right?
What is it Americans call it?
What?
A garage.
Garage.
No.
They do say garage.
Do they?
Yeah, I'm sure they say garage. They say garage. Yeah, I know, but they say garage. Anyway, let's get this video up.
Oh, he's herring. They are, but you can have an allotment in your garden, I suppose. Well, no, it'd be a vegetable patch, wouldn't it? In your garden. My neighbour's got a vegetable patch.
See, look, even Buzzer said it. Look, PJ,
Garage.
here, Gary is Gary. There you go.
Garage.
Get Gary. Or
Garage.
Gary. Garage.
What is an allotment? So, Buzzer, because in the UK, a lot of people have small gardens and stuff. So, that, like, not because we're a small place. We don't have massive gardens. So, if you want to grow, like, your own veg and that, and you haven't got enough room, you can rent an allotment.
Yeah, rent. Yeah.
And they have, like, a shed, and they have their vegetable patches and that. And they rent it, and then
A magnet.
That's right.
I'll show you one day. There's one down the road. Next time Paul Joe's over, we'll take you down there.
Take who down?
We'll show Buzzer.
What? Show Buzzer what?
The allotment.
Oh, you mean like to take a picture, film it, sort of thing?
Yeah.
I've got you. Right. Okay. This is Mandela Effect. Jonathan Bardsley's video. He called it. His name for it was. Sorry, let me just check the thing again. It's not because I've downloaded it, so I have to check from here. Right. He called it what I believe the firmament is and what is being done to it. What I believe the firmament is and what is being done to it. Right. Okay. So that's what he called his video. So let's see what he says about it. Like I say, if I haven't got a clue what he's on about, I'll say I haven't got a clue. If I understand, then I'll react.
Has been placed under the water.
Hold on. Just started. Right. Okay. Is that how it starts? Okay. Let's go.
A magnet has been placed under the water to show that the magnetic field creates a dome with water.
Magnetic field creates a dome with water. Okay, fine. But how would that keep? How would that keep oxygen in? How would that keep gas pressure in? Anyway, I just started. Sorry, that's me picking.
All you need to do is think about it being scaled up to the size of the dome over the flat Earth.
Something works. Just say something works at that scale. That's a small scale. It doesn't mean to say when you transpose it onto a bigger scale that it's going to work. I mean, you've got things happen in physics, like I don't know, like when it's small like that, it might work due to, I don't know, the ratio of this to that, you know what I mean? When it's bigger, when it's in bigger scale, the ratios change, you know, and weight changes and stuff like that, and how it interacts with each other. I don't know the exact specific terms, but yeah. Hiya, Rog. How you doing?
Hey.
How are you?
Doing good.
Say again.
I'm doing good. How about yourself?
Yeah,
How
I'm all
are
right,
you
bro.
awake?
How am I awake?
Yeah.
Well, I slept for about 4 hours?
Fair play. I haven't slept yet.
I have.
When I did
I
make
I
it,
even
opened
went
my
for a
eyes.
nap.
I had a few little snoodles on the 12-hour stream. So there you go.
No, but after the stream finished, I literally went and had a nap, Roger, and I slept all night.
Nice. Well, that's good. I'm glad you did.
Like hummingbirds, I don't think there could be 100 for hummingbird. No,
I
no.
wish we had
Like okay,
hummingbirds.
that's my point, Heron. Right? A hummingbird will flap its wings like mad and stay in flight. It's mad how a hummingbird flies. So fast the wings go. You scale that up 100 times. Is the hummingbird still going to be able to do that? I don't think so. Even if it's stronger and bigger,
Oh,
it just doesn't. Physics changes. No, physics doesn't change. Sorry, that was the wrong way to put it.
It scales up.
It scales up. It scales up. So physics has a different effect on what it would if it was smaller. That's what I meant. Not physics changes. That's
why can't
I
we
understand what
have
you meant.
hummingbirds in this country? They're just cute.
we do get hummingbirds, don't we?
We don't.
We don't.
No.
Okay, I thought we got hummingbirds in this country. Okay,
No.
never seen one. I thought we got one. Sorry, Roger, you said.
Oh, I didn't say anything.
Okay.
I said I understood what you said. That's
Oh,
what
okay. Yeah. So this is Jonathan Beardsley's take on what he thinks the dome is and what's happening to it. Like I say, I said to him, I'd look at it objectively.
It's
I'll
good.
try and not be biased, but I'm already kind of biased because I already think it's a solid structure and not anything to do with electromagnetism and how it changes water into a dome shape and holds water in a dome shape. I just, I don't know. I just don't know. Anyway.
You might see a hummingbird hawk moth, but not a bird.
What?
There's a moth, and it's called the hummingbird hawk moth, but it's a moth, not a bird, and it looks like a hummingbird apparently, but it's
Weird.
not. So that's the closest thing we've got is a moth.
Heaven says, don't get me wrong, I'd love to see that though.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if you, that's exactly the thing though. That was my point. I'm glad you said that. I'm glad you said that, Heron, because that was my point. Something small like that, like a hummingbird, you see how it flies. It should be impossible how it flies, you know, like a bee. But scale that up 100 times. Do you really think it's going to be able to do the same thing, fly like that? I don't think so. I don't think so. And physics has a different effect on the size. You know what I mean? Nothing to do with mass attracting mass. That's not what I meant.
Haven't seen them moths.
Oh shit. Okay. You get ones that look like they've got faces and that on them, or they look like not a butterfly, but obviously because they're pretty close to a butterfly. It makes them look like other insects and stuff. You know, the pattern on the wings. Really good. It's really good. I was trying to establish a good heirloom for some. Okay, you're talking about food. Okay, right.
Field is
Yeah,
very
Roger,
good.
you know the score. You want to say something about it? We've put literally just got 26 seconds in, and if you want to say something, you know, just do it. Shout, stop. Okay. All right, I better get rid of us. Hold on a minute, maybe. Yeah, maybe if we just stick up there for now. All right. What's happening?
I have no idea.
It's playing. It's playing.
I just don't hear anything. There we
Playing.
go. Yeah. Well, do you got?
Oh, all right. It's just showing something. Oh, it's meant to be doing this. Oh, it's done on his phone. It's done on his phone.
Did you know stars can now be created in a lab?
Yeah, I mean, star in a jar, we can see that. But is it the same as, is it actually what's in the sky? I know it looks like it, but is it actually the same? We don't know that for sure because we don't know what a star is, what it's made of. I mean, scripturally, you can maybe tell what it is. I mean, I think I know, but did you know you can make star? You can't make star in a jar, but like I say, is it actually a star? Is it the same thing, same material, same stuff, same substance? Same compounds, whatever, you know. I don't know. I had a huge lunar moth in my garden once. It was beautiful. That'd be cool, man. That'd be cool. I don't like moths in general, but if it was like a pretty one, I just don't like that they flutter in when they touch it and they leave the powder of their wings on your. Oh, yeah. Butterfly's fine. Moths, yeah.
Well, lunar moth's more like a butterfly, dude.
Yeah, that's why I was asking. That's why I was asking. But even butterflies might freak me out a little bit, but moths do freak me out, man. Okay. Oh yeah, I was going to change the back style because keep it like that, so because just in case there's stuff at the bottom of the screen we need to see. Right. So yes, we knew this. We knew that they can make stars in a jar, but is it the same as what's in the sky? I don't know.
It's called sonoluminescent star in a jar. Let's have a quick look at this being done.
It looked like a star in the heavens.
Wow. Wow.
Volume.
It's because he's done it on a phone.
Seth Putterman called it the star in a jar, a tiny spot of bright light contained in a flask of liquid.
I mean, not all stars. I mean, planets. I mean, I certainly think that's. I don't know if all, but I think that some of them are bloody trap spirits. Oh, bloody hell! Really flicked. Oh, I did. Flicked ash on the freaking coffee. Yuck.
Just
A little bit. It's only a little bit. I can deal with that.
suck it up.
Yeah, it's only a little bit. Wow. I forgot my point.
Me
Forgot
too.
my point. But as it says, with all the beauty of creation around us, all around us, I don't know how anyone could think it's an accident. Exactly. Hey, Crockett, long time. How you doing, brother? Good to see you. Good to see you. Yeah. Like to say star in a jar. It's very clever. I like how they do it. Absolutely. I don't know exactly how they do it. I haven't looked too much into it. But whether it's the same as what's in the sky or not, I don't know. I certainly think that the planets are wandering stars, maybe trapped souls. Some of the stars are maybe spirits. I don't know. I'm not too sure. It seems to say so scripturally in certain places. But this is very clever. Like star in a jar. I mean, I don't know how to do it, but like I say, is it the same as what's in the sky in a smaller scale? That's just a guess. That's just a big guess. Unless you know what a star is, unless you know what it's made of, just by replicating, not replicating, yeah, well, kind of replicating what you see in the sky here in a jar, it doesn't mean to say it's the same thing. You've made it, you've imitated something. You know what I mean? It doesn't mean to say it's this exact same thing just because it looks like it. What? Am I wrong? Could I be wrong? Absolutely, of course.
This star in a jar is made when a sound wave is passed through a small bubble inside a flask of liquid. And this sound wave makes the bubble do something remarkable. First it expands, then it collapses. And this collapse happens so violently that vapor molecules trapped inside the bubble slam together and heat up so much that the bubble gives off an incredible burst of heat and light.
Well, that's all well and good. That's fine how you did that. That's good. But how do you know that's how a star's made? I mean, God spoke things into existence. He just spoke it into existence. A star. He didn't do this. He didn't put some stuff in a jar, mix it all together and say, you know what I mean? Abracadabra, 1, 2, 3, and there you go. A frog. He didn't do that.
1, 2, 3, a frog.
He didn't do that. A
Well,
frog.
let me check the reference guide to see what it says the star's made.
Yeah, man.
There's other ways to reproduce that effect too, besides the star to jar effect. There's a couple.
I mean, you've got bioluminescence, isn't it? This wasn't bioluminescence. This was called what was it called? So it began on S, I think.
Yeah.
Some kind of luminescence, obviously, but it began on S. I'm not very good at the technical names of this stuff, man.
Some kind of luminescence. That'd be a good name for a band.
Yeah, absolutely. We don't even have the slightest idea what stars are. I think they are entities myself. That's what I'm saying, Baza. That's what I'm saying. I was saying that they're possibly some kind of spirits, you know, and entities of some sort. Obviously not like us. I mean, we're living conscious things, but I think they are entities of some sort. I don't think. I mean, the scriptures seem to point towards that, don't they?
Uh-huh.
So I don't put all my eggs in one basket and say, yeah, I definitely think that's it, because what if I'm wrong? It sounds like it to me, definitely, but what if I'm bloody wrong? But I don't. It's clever. It's clever. No, Star Jar, no doubt it's clever. It's clever, but there's no way you can say that this is the same as what's in the sky, because you don't know what's in the sky. You haven't tested what's in the sky. You've only observed it. You've only observed it. You haven't been able to test it, manipulate it, find out anything about what it's made of at all, or what's being done to it. That's different. I mean, putting something in a jar that looks like something in the sky, very, very clever, but it's just it's imitation. You're imitating it.
Babe,
Aye.
you know what I'm going to tell you? I can't sit on this chair.
Okay, babe. You're bloody hell, babe. You might be able to, I bought you that. You might be able to rid of it.
No, my hips hurting.
Okay. All right, babe. I love you.
Love you. Bye, Rog.
Bye, babe.
All right.
Several thousand times a second, giving the appearance of a star.
I want you to take another look at the bubble before it implodes.
It says it feels to me like they're popping up more big bang nonsense. Yeah, it could be. I mean, this guy here, Mandela effect, Jonathan Bardsley, he's definitely a flat earther. He's a flat earther, and he's the one that came in the other day and admitted. Remember, I'm not going to repeat it because it's, you know, that he still had a problem with certain substances. Remember, that's him, and I said he could come in anytime. You know, he is a flat earther, but and this is his video about what he thinks the firmament is. I tend to disagree with him because I see it as a solid structure, and what I see here so far, it's not a solid structure. It's I don't know, magnetic waves manipulating water to be in a dome, to be in the shape of a dome, when I think God would just have a solid structure rather than a process to keep that dome active all the time, you know? A solid structure would be easy rather than something having to keep this dome alive. Do you know what I'm saying, though?
Yeah, I do. Now, I think it's more durable than what they're making it out to be, because it's been around for how long, PJ?
Exactly. 7,000 years at least.
Yeah. I don't know if that'll last 7,000 years right there.
No, exactly. It's an effect that it gets and it pops. Well, I think it pops eventually.
Pop that bubble.
I'm not boo-boo.
This next bit of footage is me
So
taking
low
a
now.
picture and changing the colours to see what else is there. Check out what I found.
Oh, he found something.
Really, actually, I'm gonna have to go big because it's really it's as big as I can get. But okay,
I don't know. Nothing. I said he found something.
okay, right. So what did you reverse the? I thought you said he was reversing the image or the color or something. So what is he doing?
I haven't know.
What is he? Hold on, let me go back a little bit. What's he done? Right, hold on. Let me just play. See what he says.
This next bit is footage of the 2015 total eclipse taken from plane.
Yeah, that's got all the orb things, isn't it?
Yeah. Wow.
Okay, so what's he doing?
I say he's zooming in on
Right,
it.
he's gonna zoom in. See, he's using his phone to do this.
Yeah.
Okay, you can see it, right? Okay, the orbs, yes. Right, so he's doing some exposure stuff. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, they look like orbs. Okay.
I thought that was interesting when I first saw it. Taboo did a show on it, a couple of them, I think.
And what did they say it was?
Oh, Taboo got validated. They weren't lens flares.
No, definitely not lens flares. They're definitely not. What did he say they were? What did he say? Think they were?
He thought they were actual like smaller spheres in front of whatever we were looking at that caused the force.
Right. Yeah, because it's not something we see all the time.
Yeah.
But it doesn't make it that it doesn't mean to say this doesn't. To me, this doesn't prove that the dome is some kind of, I don't know, water being held with electromagnetism of some sort. I'll let him speak because I still don't fully understand what he's saying. Hey, DJ New Moon, good to see you.
New Moon's in the house. Hey, New Moon.
Guess who's up to you? Poor you. Poor you. Brenda subs to us all. Then says, I don't even like your crappy little channel. But yet, she said that to me on YouTube. I don't even like your crappy little channel. Why would I do this and why would I do that? And the thing is, I had more subs on YouTube than I did on Rumble. At the time, I only had 20 odd followers on Rumble. But yet, after Brenda said, I don't even like your shit little channel. Brenda subbed me on Rumble where I had a lot less followers. See what I mean? How hypocritical they are.
She's all over everybody, man. If you got a channel anywhere and you're part of our little group, she's in there.
Telling you, man.
Ethan, sorry, I apologize.
Crazy stuff.
Oh, Eric.
Right, okay. Let's see what Jonathan's saying. Oh, sorry, Roger. Carry on.
I said, Eric Debatis put out a new video.
Oh, is he? What is it?
Let's see. I think it was about Stockholm syndrome. I think.
Oh, okay.
Let's see. No, it's spiritual. Oh, spiritual Stockholm syndrome. Sorry.
Oh, okay. I'll have to have a look at that later. See what he's saying. Right, he's playing. What's going on? Right, okay.
They look like bubbles to me. What do
They look like bubbles. I'll give him that. It definitely looks kind of bubblish, but sometimes what things look like and what they actually are different. I mean, it's not a yes, they look very bubble-like, but it doesn't mean they're bubbles. So I think he is suggesting that the dome is made out of water, like some kind of other type of thicker medium water. I don't know, a viscous type water. I'm not sure. Let's see what else.
Okay, don't freak out on me. Something's gonna happen.
I believe the firmament is the fourth phase of water, which is H3O2, and the molecules are in the hexagon shape, which is one of the strongest shapes in nature.
Yeah, but it is a strong shape in nature, but if it's a shape within water, it's not going to hold it into a solid structure. Okay, right. Okay, but he's saying it's a fourth phase of water. So what did he call it? Sorry, I have to check this.
The fourth phase of water. I've never heard.
Right. So the fourth phase of water, which is H3O2. Right. What's H3O2?
Never heard of it till now.
Right. Okay. What is H3O2? Is it O2 or 02? O2.
Yeah. So
O2. Right. Okay. Right. Did you mean H3O2? Right. Okay. I did. Whatever. It's a type of water that is unique from normal water, H2O, that we are all familiar with. It's sometimes referred to as structured water or EZ, exclusion zone. Structured water. But I've never seen any kind of structure made out of water.
Me neither.
So just because the structure with hexagons, if the substance is water, it's not going to hold itself. It's not going to support itself. Doesn't matter the structure.
Well, water always finds the form of its containment, correct?
Yes. It wouldn't hold itself in the shape of a dome.
And
even with electromagnetism, I'm still. I wish it'd be good if you could be in. You could come in at some point and explain it a bit more. Right? H3O2 hexagonal water, the fourth state of matter. Let's have a look at this.
I thought that was plasma, right?
Yeah. Right. Okay. Let's have a quick look.
Hold on, PJ. I'm gonna pop off and pop in. Here.
Okay. There you go. Present. Yeah. Right. Hexagonal water, the fourth state. Okay. Right. So H3O2. Is anybody in the chat saying anything about H3O2? God separated waters from waters with water. Exactly, Baz. God separated the waters from the waters with water. Exactly. I don't know. Exactly, bro.
That's a good one.
Yeah, but he's saying it's like electrical, and he says something about this. When the skies scroll back like a scroll. I think he says he's got like some kind of support for that. I mean, I'm not quite sure. It's definitely what he's on about. It's in the shape of a dome, but it's held together by. It's the fourth phase, and it's held together by, I don't know, electromagnetism, maybe. I don't know. Right. Anyway, let's read this a sec. Right. What is the hexagonal water? H3O2, also known as hexagonal water, structured water, or revitalized. Oh, come on, mate. Lost room.
Revitalized water.
I lost room. I lost room with my mouse. Right. Revitalized water is a special form of water which the molecules are arranged in a regular hexagonal structure. That's what he said. Unlike normal water, there are molecules all arranged in a regular pattern. H3O2 has a special energetic quality that can give it a number of potential benefits. Hexagonal water is often referred to as the fourth aggregate state of water, in addition to the known aggregate state of solid, liquid, and gas. It was first discovered by the Japanese scientist Dr. Masaru Emoto and has since been studied by many other scientists. Also, there is still much more to explore. There are some promising applications and potential benefits of hexagonal water. Okay.
I've heard of that before.
How is hexagonal water produced? Okay. Hexagonal water can be produced in various ways. Some of the most common methods are electrolysis. This is probably what he's talking about. Water is converted into hexagonal water by electrolysis. This increases the hydrogen content and reduces the oxygen content. Vortex water is transformed into hexagonal water by a vortex spiral movement. Ionization is used to convert water into hexagonal water by enriching it with negatively charged ions. Crystallization, hexagonal water can be produced by freezing water at a certain temperature. So is he saying ice?
Yeah, okay, I guess.
But if it was ice, why would it matter if it's got the hexagonal structure or not?
I'm not really sure.
Because frozen is frozen. I don't think it would matter. But to me, I go with what Brad says. Separating waters from the waters with water. I'm not keen on that idea.
That's almost a triple negative. Yeah, go ahead.
So, freezing water terms, advantages. Although research on the benefits of hexagonal water is in its early stages, right, there are some promising applications and potential benefits of hexagonal water. Here are some of the best known. Better hydration. Hexagonal water can be better absorbed by our cells and thus better hydration. Okay. Improving physical performance. Studies suggest that hexagonal water can improve physical performances by increasing the oxygen supply to the muscles. Anti-aging properties. I'm sorry. There's no such thing. There's no such thing as anti-aging property. No.
We found it. We found the fountain, PJ.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, I don't think there's any such thing as anti-aging stuff. Right? Okay. Okay. There seems to be some kind of thing you can do with this fourth phase water. It seems to be okay, a little bit stronger or whatever. It's better for you, but would it hold its shape as a dome? Would it separate waters from waters with water? Like Baz is saying, I'm not too sure about that. I'm not too sure about that. You know what I mean?
I'm with Barry on that. I have to say, yeah, probably not.
Exactly. Yeah, it just seems a little. It's interesting what he's saying, but I don't think this applies to the dome at all. But let's see what else he's got to say about it.
Okay. Shapes in nature. Here is Professor Gerald Pollack explaining the fourth phase of water. You just need to think about scaling it up to the size of firmament.
On water.
That's the problem, though. Scaling up. When you scale it up, it's not straightforward. It's not straightforward. Saying, oh well, yeah, I scale it up. That'll be 20 times better, and 20 times this, and 20 times that, or whatever. It doesn't always work like that. You know, like the strength. If you was to be like 20 times stronger, you know, and your body was like 20 times bigger, it wouldn't be the same ratio of strength that you have when you're smaller. You know. It wouldn't be, it just doesn't work the same. I don't know exactly how, I'm not very mathematical, but I know it just doesn't work the same. The more you scale it up, it's not the same formula every time, you know? Right, Chillin says, PJ, you get hydrogen water generator for 60 quid on Amazon. I wonder if that's the same thing.
Might be.
Well, I think, yeah, it is. It's hydrogen water. Yeah, that's what he's talking about. What's the process of getting it to water to hexagonal H3O2? What was that?
Well, what they do, they add electrolytes to the water.
Electrolytes, that's what it was. Electrolysis. That's what it says that there's the thing. But yeah, they do add electrolytes.
Yeah, because otherwise it wouldn't just work on its own. And
no.
Pete and Pete already went through this. Pete and Peter. You remember Pete and Peter?
Yes, of course, absolutely. Absolutely. But that's what I'm saying. This water dome would need a constant energy source, wouldn't it, of some sort?
It's
I
probably
think we need a constant energy source.
Of it.
Sorry, go on.
Centrifugal force would actually add some kind of, I guess, electrolysis to it. But I mean, it would have to be spent at a high rate, wouldn't it? But I'm going to quote Depeche Mode, everything counts in large amounts.
Good things come in small packages.
Yeah.
But yeah, it would need some kind of, Oh, Carl Taylor. Hey, Carl Taylor. How you doing? How you doing? He said vortex. Why did you say vortex?
Well, I think I know that.
Yeah, so far this is what Jonathan's saying about the dome. It could be some kind of H3O2. I'm not buying it. I think we've got a solid structure, but I'll continue to listen to see what he said. Absolutely.
This is a lizard from
really low, isn't it?
Central America, and
some of it's high.
Water. It's called the Jesus
high and lows of it all.
And of course, you'll say, "Well, I know the answer to this. The surface tension is high on water." But the common idea of surface tension is that there's a single molecular layer of water at the top, and this single molecular layer is sufficient to create enough tension to hold whatever you put there. I think this is an example that doesn't fit that. And here's another example. 2 beakers of water. You put 2 electrodes in, and you put high voltage between them. And then what happens is a bridge forms. And this bridge is made of water.
Yes, absolutely fine. Cool. Can you stand on that?
As you move one beaker away from the other beaker.
That's all good. Yeah, it's all well and good. Yes, it does make that structure. That's fine. Cool. But you'd like scale that up a billion trillion times to make a dome or whatever. It's not that little bridge. You couldn't even have put. You might have been able to put an ant in it. I don't know, but you couldn't have put a fly in it that it fallen through. I mean, you could put your finger on it and rest your finger on it slightly. It would break.
Well, you know, like how molecular bonds work. If you actually electrify them to a point, or it'll actually strengthen some of them and weaken different ones. It has a weird.
But with water.
Yeah, no, I don't know about water.
That's what I mean. Even this H3O2 water, because it's hexagonal. I mean, yes, the hexagonal shape is strong, absolutely. But usually when it's a like that, well, obviously what's physical, but a harder substance that it's made with, you know. PJ, that little lizard running on the water is another example of something that might not work on large scale. Yes, if that lizard was 100 times bigger, do you think he'd be able to do that running through the sea? No, not at all. Absolutely. Well spotted, Karen.
So it's like a Jesus lizard? Is that what they call
it? Yeah, Jesus lizard. Yeah, walking on water. Yeah, I think that's what it was called. That's a clever name for it. Wow. Oh, for ages, I had like 2 people in my chat. Now it's 70.
Sustained essentially indefinitely.
Sorry, it's so low. That's his video. There's nothing I can do about it.
So what I mean is that there are lots of things about water that we should understand, but we don't understand. And so
I don't understand.
No.
Do you understand?
Also, the phases of water. Now,
like, if there was like this 4th phase of water that we never really talk about, I mean, I don't really hear about it. It's still water. I just don't see, even with electrolysis, I just can't see how it would be solid enough to keep that amount of pressure in here. You know, I just, and look, Operation Fishbowl, stuff like that, when they were blasting things up there. If it was just water with electrolysis, I think they would have gone through, don't you?
Yeah.
But they didn't. They couldn't. I just don't think it's made of that, Jonathan.
No.
Love you, Jonathan, absolutely, but I just don't think it is. This third phase, 4th phase. You know?
It seemed like that water was more saline. It had more like a salt brine content to it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's heavier, it's denser. Yeah. They couldn't pierce it. But some of those critters did, then they died when they did. They wanted to go in and find out what it was, you know.
No, exactly, Baza. Exactly. Says lots of things. Hold on. Said lots of things we don't understand, like what is water? Can we make water? Poor science with no God, just blind. Exactly. You couldn't make water out of whatever materials. You can't. Water is water. God made that. God made that from the beginning. He's the only person that can make that. We can do things with water. We can make things with water. We could do a lot of stuff with water, but we can't make it.
Well, you can drink it.
Yeah. Isn't that mad? Same as fire. Same as fire. What is it? How does fire do that? You know? How does it? Is it actually a substance? What is it? You know? I mean, you can touch fire and feel it, but at the same time, you can put your hand through it, and it's dry, and you know, and hot, and it's mad. It's mad.
Well,
I just don't think scaled up, electrified or electrolysis put onto water is going to hold so much weight, or it wouldn't. I just don't think it would hold itself. It's a big old world, you know. It's got to hold its own weight as well, you know. And then that means this electrolysis has to happen all the time to keep it in that structure, rather than what God making a solid structure, dumping it down. There you go. That's it. It's solid structure. You know, you don't need anything to keep it, to maintain it, to keep it going. You don't need it to be plugged in anywhere to keep it charged up. You know where I'm getting at, don't you?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
I mean, but if you get water cold enough, it'll change phase to extremes.
Right, right, absolutely.
But I don't think that's going to really last over the long term.
No,
you know.
No, exactly. I'm going to press play. I'll be quick though. I'll be listening. I just need a pee. I'm busting.
All right,
We've all learned that there's a solid phase, a liquid phase, and a vapor phase. However, 100 years ago, there was some idea that there might be a fourth phase somewhere in between a solid and a liquid. Sir William Hardy, a famous physical chemist, 100 years ago exactly, professed that there was actually a fourth phase of water, and this water was kind of more ordered than other kinds of water, and in fact had a gel-like consistency. So the question arose to us, all of this was forgotten because people began, as methods improved, to begin to study molecules instead of ensembles of molecules, and people forgot about the collectivity of water molecules and began looking, the same as in biology, began looking.
Oh, you see, he's doing stuff on his phone while he's
so we thought, we're going to look at this because
there was anything said.
Well, there's something I want to make a point on. Like he's
Go
going
on,
into like the gel shape of water. There's
Mhm.
a couple of old explorations in the north where they said that they came to a place where the air, the water, and everything kind of came together like a gel.
Right, exactly.
I don't know if it's true, but it was actually written down in a couple of the captain's reports where they got to the center of what the known world was at the time, and they found a place where they couldn't penetrate it. It was kind of like what we were talking about with the water. They found under, and that's been done. But I mean, I guess, but it's got to be an extreme environment, under a lot of pressure, and it's got to be really cold.
Aye, absolutely. Carl Taylor hasn't got a spanner. What's going on there? Carl Taylor's been here before. You've been here before, haven't you, Carl? Obviously, I know you from practice, but you've been here on my stream before, haven't you? Because usually when someone comes a second time, I give them spanner. You've been here before, surely. Let me know.
We had some idea.
No, absolutely right, Roger.
It's possible that this missing link, this fourth phase, might actually be the missing link so that we can understand the phenomena regarding water that we don't understand. So we started by looking somewhere between a solid and liquid. And the first experiments that we did that get us going is we took a gel, that's the solid, and we put it next to water. And we added some particles to the water because we had the sense that the particles would show us something. And sure enough...
Yeah, but what are you adding the particles for? I mean, but I mean, if you're adding the particles, I mean, you're not trying to make something else? I don't know. I mean, I don't know. It just
stick with
doesn't
natural
seem...
science, PJ.
Yeah, exactly. It just doesn't make sense to me.
See that what happened is that the particles began moving away from the interface between the gel and the water, and they just kept moving and moving and moving. And
it's your first time? Oh, is it? Okay. But you're sub to me, aren't you? You're sub to me, aren't you? Well, you must be, because you've got in here. You must be sub to me because I have subscriber mode on usually. Yeah, man. You're one of the first ones that got a spanner first time that you've been here. Fair play, Carl. There's a spanner for you.
Your very own.
Your very own, yeah.
They wound up stopping at a distance that's roughly the size of one of your hairs. Now that may seem small.
There you go. You got your spanner anyway.
That's practically infinite. It's a huge dimension. So we began studying the properties of this zone, and we called it, for obvious reasons, the exclusion zone, because practically everything you'd put there would get excluded, would get expelled from the zone as it built up, or instead of exclusion zone, EZ.
Do you understand what he's saying, Roger?
Huh?
Do you understand what this guy's saying?
No, not really.
No, I'm not getting it, to be honest.
Oh, no. Go back a little bit.
Is this the reason for the firmament
Hold
being
on.
invisible?
Let's see if Jonathan explains something.
Because all the particles are moved to the bulk of the water,
Chili's
which
saying
will
plastic.
be above the firmament.
And so we found.
Yeah, that's in the video. That's not me. So, hold on. What did he say about particles? Hold on. Let me hear what he said
Well,
again.
they added particles to it to see
Are
what
moved to the bulk of the water, which will be above the firmament.
The particles are moved to above to the bulk of the water, which is above the firmament. What? Hold on. Let's try again.
Yeah, that's nonsense. How did that happen?
Is this the reason for the firmament being invisible? Because all the particles are moved to the bulk of the water, which will be above the firmament.
But who says it's invisible? We don't know it's invisible. We don't know it's invisible. Maybe we just can't see it because it's way out there. You know what I mean? Like distance. Like we don't see things through the atmo, and nobody's been up high enough to see it, and we can't get to we can't freely go to Antarctica and all that anytime to try and find the lowest parts. You know. But it's funny that planes fly lower and not over Antarctica, coming to Antarctica, going that way. You know what I mean? Fly lower.
That'd be a good name for my documentary. That I'm going to make when I go down there. Coming to Antarctica.
Coming to Antarctica, yeah. What's that, Erin? There's just been scams with pink salt. Can you believe they dye it now? They do. Listen, I've seen this Chinese food thing a lot. I don't know if it's Chinese food you're on about, but there's just Chinese thing where they dye that they paint their rotten meat red and stuff like that. Yeah, they paint it the rotten meat red. They take old chili fat that they've thrown down the drain, take it back out the drain, dig it, even if it's floating in water, they'll take the oil off the water, scoop it up, use it again, and all that. It's disgusting, man. Sometimes they'll give you lymph nodes instead of just normal meat. You know, it's madness.
Nice. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, they do it with saffron a lot because saffron's a deer spice. You know what I mean? But they dye saffron. They dye something to make it look like saffron. Exactly.
Only means the word tripe. Yeah.
You know. So listen. I love guy who made this video, by Jonathan. He's ace. He's fantastic. He's a flat earther. But I think he's going. I think when it comes to the dome, I just think you need to stick to what the Bible says instead of trying to work out too much what it is. Because if you're trying to work out exactly what it is, what it's made of, and all that kind of stuff, which the Bible basically tells you. But if you're trying to look for other things that it can be, there's maybe just things you're just meant to know. And if you keep trying to find alternative things that it could be, then you'll end up going down rabbit holes that you shouldn't be going down, I think. So I think stick to the basics. Stick to what the Bible's saying. And then look, once we go to be with God, we'll find out what the hell the firmament is. I'm sure he's going to tell us, or sure it'll become evident. All we know, and all should be bothered about is it works. The firmament works. It keeps gas pressure. It keeps gas pressure in. There wouldn't be such a thing as gas pressure or gas without the containment. No containment, no such thing as gas. You know what I mean? Gas pressure.
Yeah, it's a better explanation than a vacuum. And so put it that way. We wouldn't develop a dynamic system unless we had pressure, right?
Absolutely right. Absolutely right.
And so we found that the kinds of materials that would create or nucleate this kind of zone, not just gels, but we found that practically every water-loving or so-called hydrophilic surface could do exactly that, creating the easy water. And as the easy water builds, it would expel
easy water.
all the solvents or particles.
Easy. Oh, he's only got 20% battery left. Come on, Jonathan, charge your phone, dude. Come on. What's happening?
You can charge it while you're using it, dude. You keep walking around the house.
No, that's funny.
That's funny.
Yeah. Whatever into the bulk water.
What is bulk water?
So all the particles get.
All the particles move to the bulk of the water. But what do you mean? Where's the bulk of the water? What do you mean? Where the bulk of the water? Where's the bulk of the water?
Well, hold on, let me look up bulk water. I'll see what it is. Bulk
yeah, but
water.
where's the bulk of the water? If it's a dome shape, I mean, where's the bulk of the water? Shouldn't it be evenly spread? If it was, shut up, PJ. Just play the thing.
Move to the bulk of the water.
Sorry, go ahead.
When you look up bulk water, you can order it in bulk. You can get it.
Yeah. All particles move to the bulk of the water. Right. I understand that, but what is the bulk of the water? I understand the sentence, but what is the bulk of the water? Where is the bulk of the water?
Water, which will be above the firmament. Plus,
so it'll be above the firmament. What? The bulk of the water will be above. Right. So he's talking about the waters that are separated now. But then you're separating it with water. That doesn't and it would make you would need the process first before the waters above could exist. That could be that, you know. God just said, "Let there be," you know, and it happened. He said there'd be he said there was a firmament in the sky, and it tells you Rakia in Hebrew and that what it was. It was a beaten out expanse, the vault of heaven, which is an arc kind of shape. The vault of heaven. It's kind of self-explanatory. I think people they keep looking for these alternative things because they can't think, I wonder what it could be, because they're still trying to mix in the heliocentrism, I think. I'm not saying you are, Jonathan, and you're not here right now, but you'll probably see it at some point. I'm not saying you are trying to mix in your heliocentrism, but the last video you gave me to watch, I said that the lunar thing, it only would have worked on a heliocentric world. So to me, maybe you are still trying to bring in heliocentrism, what they say, some of what they say, into like flat Earth, and try and mix them together just to get an answer for certain things, when maybe we don't need to know the answer, what it's made of, how it's standing, all that stuff. But I think a solid structure stands better than water, electrified water, you know.
Yeah. My dad used to tell me this though, and he learned it in the Navy. He's like, it's a need to know basis, son.
Need to know. Yeah, need to know. Kim
Any
says,
question I
PJ,
had?
yeah, good. PJ says, Kim says, PJ, I have chickens. When they're laying their eggs, the egg is soft within them, and it comes out and it becomes hard. I've seen an egg fill with gas as it rots. The shell keeps the gas in. Yeah. Okay.
So we're in an egg now. All right.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah.
Shake it up.
But that's not the same as the firmament. That's not the same as the third, fourth stage of water. You know what I mean? Like I say, it could. What he's saying could well be true. I don't know, but it doesn't seem to fit with scripture. From what I see, you know.
I saw a cool thing the other day. They get this vibrator you put your egg in, and it shakes the egg up to the yolk and the whites blend, and it makes a yellow egg, and you hard boil it, and you got a yellow hard boiled egg.
Really? So they managed to shake up the egg so much inside that the yolk bursts and mixes?
Yeah.
Wow. 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 Yeah, I suppose. I mean, yeah, eggs. Yeah, it's like. Yeah, I suppose you can have things like that. The eggshell comes out, it's a certain way, and then when it hits air, it hardens. That happens with a lot of things. But I mean, this structure of the dome is a completely different situation. You know, they were talking about water and electrified water. No, it's an ace example. It's an ace example. Absolutely. Yeah, it's good. It's good, but that's understandable. We see that happening. We observe that, Kim. But what Jonathan is saying, we don't observe that. This is just through speculation and observation of some sort, but we don't observe what he's saying could be the reason for the dome and happening to the dome. We don't observe that. But your eggs You observe that. You know that. You know that for a fact. You see it all the time. You've got loads of chickens. You know that once they come out, they might be a bit soft, but you know they'll harden because you've seen it. It's factual. This isn't. This isn't factual. It's a possibility, I think, but it's not factual. It's not factual.
We need citations and actual observations that actually validate this hypothesis, don't we?
Absolutely. Absolutely, bro.
Now we're talking about superfoods.
Superfoods now.
Above the firmament is the deep, and in deep water, all the sediments will settle on the floor.
Who says there are any sediments in that water? I see. That's what I'm saying. You're just speculating. You're saying that the waters above the firmament could have it's got sediment in it. How do you know it's got sediment? I mean, there might not be anything up there except water. You know what I mean? Well, I don't know how you know it's got sediment. You know, I mean, that's like I say, Jonathan, love you, but that is just speculation as well. Saying that there's sediment above in the waters above the dome, and it settles on the dome. That's what you try to say. Settles on the dome. You don't know that. That's speculation.
Mm. Can I say something to Brian? I got a 9.5 footprint. Yeah. Smaller footprint and super fertilizer. What is super fertilizer?
I don't know. It's something I use.
I've worked with hydroponics and stuff, and I mean they use most like nitrates and they pump it through liquids and stuff. They don't have any actual, soil they derive it from. So yeah,
I got
super fertilizer.
That's it. Kim says the weird part, PJ, is sometimes the early stages the buds don't harden; it stays soft. Oh, okay, that's cool. I was going to say it's cool. I mean, that's interesting. I don't mean it's cool for the buds and that. Oh yeah, Flax has put out his stream. He'll be on it. He'll be on in an hour and a half.
Yeah, let's talk.
Let's have a talk. That's what it's called. Let's have a talk. Oh, I nearly reported him then. I'm looking for the share, and I've nearly pressed report.
Oh no! Don't do that.
No, I wouldn't do that.
Don't report Flax. I'm getting in trouble. They'll give him a strike.
Flax is a link, guys, for an hour and a half's time. Right, let's get this done. We've still got over half of it. Let's see what he's got to say.
Which would be on top of the firmament. So if anything happens to the firmament and it collapses, all that red mud will fall to the earth, just like it did in 1902.
What?
What are you talking about?
What do you mean? If the firmament collapsed, all that sediment would land on the earth. So would the waters above, though. Not just the sediment, like it happened in 1902. What do you mean?
I think he's referring to maybe mud flood kind of thing.
No, please, no.
I'll find out.
No, not the mud floods, please.
I go by what the historians were saying that were alive at the time, and not what we're being told today. So organic materials being fallen.
We're going with mud flood.
yeah, Tartaria, Australia. Tartaria.
I like Camel better before he started the Tartaria stuff too.
Oh goodness. There's definitely some happening. There's definitely cities buried and stuff like that. But I'm not mud flood dude, that's for sure. I'm not going to say nothing about it because a lot of people are. But I'm not debating about it. But it's not for me.
From the sky is nothing new. Charles Fort documented many of them. But in 1902, which was the last year of the Phoenix, this is what happened all around the world. And in some incidents in Oceania, there were.
What Jonathan said, like it happened in 1902, so you're saying that the dome, the actual dome, the firmament broke, and that's where the mud came from for that floods. No. Why would the dome didn't break? What? That would be us done. If the dome broke, if there was nothing holding the waters above out, we'd be done.
Ship captains that had.
Sorry.
Yeah. That's where one of the first places Duffy went to Campbell's channel when he announced the TFE. That's where I called him out. He was over there doing a live. But I mean, yeah, I want to see documentation for Oceania or anything that ever happened with it. All this, the history they're kind of contriving out of it. Where do they get it? Like, I want to see like physical documentation and actual like ruins and evidence of Oceania.
Absolutely, absolutely.
You know, Oceania was like what in Orwellian in the book. That's what
like Australia. Australia used to be called Australia, and New Zealand used to be called Oceania, didn't it? As in, it used to be that used to be the name of the continent rather than Australasia. It used to be Oceania, didn't it?
I don't know. Maybe if it is,
Yeah,
I mean, that's what talking to stuff.
I'm sure Australia, and that used to be called Oceania. I think it's Australasia now, isn't it? The continent, but it used to be Oceania at one point. I thought that's what I was taught in primary school.
They don't teach us that here in the States, man.
Heaven Song said, Peter, this is the archaics dude. You have to be careful with him. He's a major computer simulationist. I got you. Okay.
They call all hands on deck just to push with brooms and whatever tool they could find all the red mud off their ships before their ships capsized. And these are written in the captain's logs. That's how bad it was. And Australia was one of the hardest hit for this red dust phenomena in 1901 and 1902.
One of the strangest places on the ocean's floor was only just discovered in the 1990s. I might agree it's one of a handful of people to ever see it in person. Without a doubt.
So so they're actually saying the firmament broke. The firmament broke. And that's the top of the firmament under the sea. Oh, don't be silly. Come on. This has gone too far now.
That's about as bad as
one of the most amazing.
Come on. Saying that God, there was only one time that God opened the windows of heaven. Noah's flood. The flood didn't break. I know, Kim, you might believe that, but it's fine. That's okay. But to me, it's really silly. Okay.
Amazing things that I had ever seen in the bottom of the ocean. It was while filming for Blue Planet. It was in the Gulf of Mexico. And I noticed there's something out in the distance. Couldn't tell exactly what, but it.
The big dome, the big old firmament that God put over us, so we could live. You know what I mean? So we could be protected. God let it break. And all this mud come down. No. That would be scriptural. You know, that'd be scriptural. You know what I mean? That would have been prophesied about. No. I'm sorry. I don't believe that God's dome broke. I don't think God's dome will ever break until the time it has to, until the time it says it will. You know what I mean?
Yeah, before you go any further, PG, let me throw something in there. An event like that would actually, if there was a strong enough tempest and it was in the right area, like where all the red mud and stuff is, like in Antarctica, but in Australia over there, it would cause a lot of red clay to develop over time. If it, and I don't think it fell down from heaven. I think what they're talking about, it happened here. You know, any kind of red clay like that build up during a giant typhoon or anything. That's what they call them over there, right? So if it washed it all up from the bottom of the or off the land, let alone that, and it would cause that same effect, wouldn't it? It wouldn't have to come from up in the firmament. Yeah.
No.
Anyways, no.
And,
nonsense.
Right. So the firmament's gone. It's broken. How is it? So did God rebuild it again? Did God come down to rebuild it? You know, no. I'm
I think
sure
he made a
we learn about these
self-sustaining
things.
firmament. Yeah. What do you think?
Oh, okay.
Like a dark band.
Kim, I'm so sorry. I thought you were defending it. Kim, so sorry. I thought you were defending it.
Were you worried about Kim there for a minute, PJ?
I was worried that Kim was falling for this stuff for a minute, and I was like, please, no. Oh, thank goodness she's not. Exactly, Kim. Thank you. He doesn't roll that way till the end. So they're thinking that this dome is part of the dome is at the bottom of the sea, and the red sediment that was above the dome, but at the bottom of the great deep above, the abyss above or whatever, the waters above, the mud sediment settled on top of the dome broke, and then you had your mud floods and that. I just, no way. That's not scriptural at all. Firmament never meant to be broken anywhere except open anywhere except in Genesis, and it wasn't broken. It was windows of heaven were opened. That wasn't broken; they were opened, like the windows of heaven. Something like the windows of heaven. It was put. Whether there were windows, whether it was a sliding door, whether it was just God letting it through somehow. It doesn't matter. Windows of heaven opened. That's the only time, and it wasn't broken. And like Kim said, it won't be broken until the end. When the scroll, it'll open. He does mention something about the scroll, there, opening up like a scroll. No, I can't believe that they're actually saying that that's the dome at the bottom of the sea. No. So God rebuilt again. So God has to rebuild his stuff. The first time he built it wasn't good enough. It broke, guys. The dome broke. Okay. God says structure. What is it? God's construction knowledge is not as good as he actually thinks. If his dome could break, that's ridiculous. Hold on. What scripture says it rolls away like a scroll when the sun is darkened, the moon don't give its light, the stars fall. Can't remember. No, PJ, my text was misunderstood. No, I understand. Sorry, I know Kim. That's why I was saying, please no. Please no. Thank goodness. Sorry, Kim. Sorry. Revelation, I think, where it says that. I don't know which where in Revelation. Let's quickly Revelation 6:4.
No, 6:14.
6:14. Yeah, you're right. I read it as 4 and it's 6:14.
After I left you last night, I listened to that Space Busters. Yeah.
Let's
the one he made some really good points.
Right, so it says, it's Revelation 6:14. It says, then the sky receded as a scroll when it is rolled up, and every mountain and island was moved out of its place. Oh, let me go further. 14. Right, I might as well share. Right, 14. Then the sky. Right, yeah. I'm sure. I'm an idiot. Right, I got that. Then the sky recedes as a scroll when it is rolled up, and every mountain and island was moved out of its place. And the king of the earth, the great men, the rich men of the commanders and the mighty men, every slave and every free man, hid themselves in the caves and in the rocks of the mountains, and said to the mountains and rocks, fall on us, hide us from the face of him who sits on the throne, and from the wrath of the Lamb, for great day of his wrath has come, and who is able to stand? Exactly. So yeah, 6:14. Buzz put it in as well. Right, so 50, hold on. Let's take from here. So like 12. I looked when he opened the sixth seal, and behold, there was a great earthquake, and the sun became black as sackcloth of hair, and the moon became like blood, and the stars of heaven fell to earth, as a fig tree drops its fig. Now it says, and the stars of heaven fell to earth, right? So they fell to earth first before the sky opens. Then the sky recedes as a scroll when it is rolled up. So the stars will fall, then it will be rolled back, right? The way he's saying it though, he's thinking the stars are above that. I think. I don't know. I'll have to wait
I
and
think
see.
they're in it, probably.
Yes.
Yes. First.
So, weird. Right. Let's go.
As we approached it, the dark band became a donut. I saw this donut. It was black in the center. What the heck is that? And so as we get closer and closer to it.
This structure here under the sea is the dome. It looks a little too thin to be the dome to me, to be honest. I'm sorry. And okay, if this is the dome broken, I thought you needed electrolysis with the water to keep it in its form. Ooh, weird.
I noticed that the black band had what appeared to be kind of steam over it. And then I looked, and there was water lapping against the shoreline. This band was a ring of mussels. And inside the ring of mussels...
Wow.
It's a ring of mussels. Nice.
Yeah,
that's the dome.
Yeah, and that's the dome. Yeah.
I'm
Why?
hungry.
Hold on. Hold on. Why? Why chilling? What, with this video? With Jonathan Bardsley's video? Why? Really?
No,
with this video? With this video or that part of the video? Are you talking about the whole video? What with Jonathan? Yeah. What did Jonathan ask Soft to play it? Mandela Effect, Jonathan Bardsley. Or just part of the underwater. So is that forward the underwater part, you mean?
It's Nat Geo, though. So, yeah, that's probably why he did.
Right. Okay. So I'll have to forward that then. Okay. Right. Right. So I need to forward this. Sorry, shit. You press on the wrong thing. Right. So yeah, that's what I think the dome is. That's beyond a joke.
Wow.
Right. So this seems like it's the same people talking. Let me see.
Structure. So of course it consists of hydrogen and oxygen because it's built from water.
Oh, is that different? Hold on.
It's like a honeycomb shape.
Yeah, I think that's different.
Yes, you have a material next to water, and these sheets of easy layers begin to build, and they build and build, and you just keep building up one by one. And so if you look at the structure of each one of these planes, you can see that it's a honeycomb, hexagonal kind of structure, a bit like ice, but not ice. And if you look at it carefully, you can see the molecular structure. So of course it consists of...
Hold on, what's Kim's in? PJ, if they did this as a documentary style, then Schilling's right. And Schilling's right. And this is going to be pulled down on you. Yeah, but it's up to forward past that bit.
Yeah.
This video was done by Jonathan, but he's obviously used other videos to make it. Let me just go forward a bit to see if Jonathan's talking. Right, Jonathan's talking in this bit. So let's see that.
Let me ask a question. Can helium be pounded out?
No, helium can't be bound to that. No, it can't.
If a blob falls off and slams into the positive atmo, would this create a blob of plasma? Is this what shooting stars and meteorites are?
And we use some dyes to seek
Oh,
positive charge, and we.
No, so he's using no, I can't. He keeps going back to that. I can't use this then. I can't do any more. Jonathan, I can't do any more because all these are documentaries, and I'm doing this live. I can't do any more of it. No, I can't. I can't. This is him talking, but he's got to go back to it.
Oh hell! Oh, that's the rocket, in Russia that spiraled out, and they say, oh, the centrifugal Coriolis effect made the rocket do this.
All right.
I did a show on it.
Just want to show you one more video. This was seen over Norway. The news reports try saying it was a missile misfiring. Now, a missile misfiring doesn't create a perfect spiral like that. The only thing that creates a perfect spiral like that is a magnetic field. Now, I believe this was CERN created.
Only thing is that can create a spiral like that is a magnetic field.
Sure.
Is that right? I mean, no, come on.
No, it's not.
Not the only thing, Jonathan. I mean, yes, a magnetic field might cause a spiral like that, but it's not the only thing can cause a spiral like that.
Hey PJ, if you get a perfect hit in the water, you're going to get a ripple effect that's a spiral like this.
Yeah, exactly. It's not the only thing.
No.
Yeah, so all this is. Oh, right, hold on. What the hell is that?
What the hell is that?
Oh yeah, this is this is his because he thinks this is what do you call it? When you catch lizard people changing.
Oh, yeah, reptilians. Yeah.
Yeah, he thinks this is reptilian. Yeah. Jonathan, I can't use any more of it. I've done all I can do in it on this live because some of that stuff is documentary stuff, and the bit I've already played they might ask or they might copyright me for or that already, so I might have to cut that out if they ask me to. But Jonathan, I tried on this, dude. Well enough put together video, Jonathan. But I don't agree. I still don't agree. And I do not agree that is the dome under the water. God does not make the dome to break until it's ready. And that we know when that is. Not the time or the hour, but we know that it says in Revelation, the dome's not under, there's not a new dome being built, and that old dome broke, had the mud flood because of the sediment. When who says there's any sediment up there? How do you know it's not clean? It's proper clean water or whatever completely. Who says there's any sediment at all? I mean, all this is speculation. It is. There's no evidence for it. It's speculation on what's based on what you've seen, but there's no evidence as such for it. I like your ideas, bro, Jonathan. Absolutely, but there is no proof. There's no proof for this. Sorry, dude. I'm not going to agree with you on this one either. But I do like your video. I just can't use any more of it. Didn't realize, obviously, it was the news part. I maybe should have done it as a reaction video or something. But at the end of the day, I know what you're saying anyway, and I wouldn't agree, Jonathan. Would you want to say anything, Roger?
No, not much about it. I mean, it definitely is. It's like it's a reach. Yeah. I want to see it. You want to see it naturally produced in nature already. You're not going to find it.
Absolutely. Right, Flats is on in an hour. I'm at 1 hour. I want to get up to 2 hours. Let's see if I've got a little video somewhere. I think I've got a 2-minute one we could have a look at.
Well, we could always do what Flats is doing. We could have a talk. Let's have a talk.
we could talk while we're looking for the video.
Yeah, go ahead. Man, it's been a long night, hasn't it?
Oh, KV's done a new video.
Did he?
It's only 1 minute odd. Let's see what's in it. Yeah, sometimes KV does videos that I can't play because there's copyright stuff in them. the music he uses, I can't use. Hold on. Oh, it's to do with a plumb line, but it's just scripture that's being read. Thought. Okay. I'll put the link for people in, but I need to find something else.
We're going insane, PJ.
Insane in the brain. Insane in the brain.
Got no brain, going insane. Copyright.
Oh, hold on. If Eminem was English, MC Hammersmith 4 years ago. Hey, Greg, it's English. Let's have a quick look at that. That looks funky. It's 4 years old. Just something different. Right. Let's have a look at it. Very funny. From Hammersmith. From Hammersmith. Eminem was English.
Have your attention, please. Will the English Slim Shady... may I have your attention, please? Will the English Slim Shady please stand up? English Slim Shady. Tongue twister. I'll just start. His palms sweat and cry, knees weak, arms flex and sigh. The chunder on his jumper's getting dry. Mum shepherd's pie. Wrong song. Still make rappers maneuver to eat dust. To the face, Henry Hoover. I've gotten bald claps for my solid gold raps. My flow is distinct, like hot and cold taps. The fight is underway and it's time to bloody slay, cause my rhymes are even hotter than a slightly sunny day. I get high on Calpol instead of bottles of wine, chugging on that purple like the Metropolitan line. My weed habit's robust, keeping stacks is a must. I can serve more green than the National Trust. Will Smith don't gotta cuss in his raps to sell records. Understandable, I'll try and do it less. The rap today looks deranged, so I wanna push for seeing quality dip like the M&S hummus range. These rappers are diseases, no obvious talent, and I'm the natural remedy. Holland and Barrett. As these rappers stumble, we'll have a fat kerfuffle. I'm hot, English, sweet, hard, and nice. Apple crumb. Is it bad killing rappers with no look of remorse? That's hard to say, like Worcestershire sauce. But I'm smashing the ceiling in the flat that they're sleeping in. I'll put a lid on them like a cat in a wheelie bin. I'm Slim Shady, I'm the English Slim Shady, and if you don't like the raps that I'm spitting, then I'm really sorry. Sincerely, I'm sorry. I don't know what to... I'm really sorry. I took up last night on the course in the club. She had a large cup size like a Sports Direct mug. At 3:20, she made remarks. She wanted more of my wads than the HMRC. My mind got stirred by this nice hot bird. She got me even harder than the Times crossword. The night we spanned without hygiene, man. I heard her coming even louder than the ice cream van. The ladies love me, cause when I rap for these vixens, they need me like traders need access to dicks. They beam and exhale when my penis sets sail, cause I last even longer than the DFS sale. I'm a drinking driver, took a trip inside my Nissan Micra on the M6, sipping tins of cider with Billy Piper. Picked up Chris Akabusi pass in Shrewsbury, then turned into a little chef like Ratatouille. Billy said bloody blood to spoons for curry club. Chris chundered up his luncheon grub and yet stopped. Confess my motive for getting gently toasted, thirsting for a cheeky half like Topic. Billy shouted fucking sesh, cause she's such an utter ledge. Wanted to get high, so I sucked a breath and huffed some pledge. Dribble on his feet and legs, Chris was hitting weed and dregs. No beef getting baked like a vegan Greg. Billy screamed, let's kill a man. I thought flipping damn, she kicked the cam on Instagram and hit a pensioner with a van. Chris said sad confession, I've got a mad erection. I turned and ran for dear life like Fenton. I'm Slim Shady, I'm the English Slim Shady, and if you don't like the raps that I'm spitting, look, I'll write a very carefully worded letter of apology. My flow is so heavy as I'm spitting raw bars. You'll hear the waves I'm making on the shipping forecast. The pieces combine when I'm speaking a rhyme. I'll stop you in your tracks like leaves on the line. My lyrics are just so enormous with wordplay, I had to map them out on the Ordnance Survey. I'm climbing this ladder with no slacking like the Chuckle Brothers. This motherfucker's known for shredding singles like Bus Conductor. Drinking Larry Squash back in the loft, frantically having snapping off. Like Presley Carol Ford with less on the order and getting incredible heads from Dennis Sportsman in the middle of an M&S Nobby. Tossing on a collie, sipping body, kissing Holly with my floppy and a Johnny, Mr. Blobby, sniffing money, wishing body, keep posting the song. Coming rather Nicholas Stone's getting considered the show. Jeremy Hunt doing lines of coke with Michael Gove, who's cutting the measurement, plugging the casting, what's the relevant, gluttonous specimen, watching their balls, who's buttered and wrestling half the cabin, that hummus of venison stuck in a tenement, pop of the adrenaline, coming up to get him in a bucket of Wellington. I'm Slim Shady, I'm the English Slim Shady, and if you don't like the rap that I'm spitting, quite honestly, that's fair enough. It's not for everyone. I'm Slim Shady, I'm the English Slim Shady, and if you do like the raps that I'm spitting, then follow me, MC Hammersmith, on social media. Get it? Some from Hammersmith.
There you go.
He's as bad as Canadian. They got to apologize for everything.
Hey, I'm Brad Tasha. Good to see you. Good to see you guys. All right.
I did
Yeah,
like
I've
the
got,
reference.
I've got a 5-minute video, and then I'll call it night. Call it night, and we'll do Flatches in a bit. Flatches will be on it. Flats will be in an hour. So I've got a 5-minute video about this guys. It's about five verses, five scriptures that pastors don't want you to know about or hear or whatever or talk about. I don't know. Let's have a look at it. Have a look. What are we doing up there? You see what I mean? The settings have changed so madly.
Yeah, I got a question for you, right quick. Did you catch the reference to the turned into a Little Chef? Yeah, you remember the Little Chef restaurant, right?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, of
So
course. Yeah, there was loads of I've seen that. I've seen that before, but I didn't realize I'd seen it until I played it. You know. All right, present it. Video file. And 1, 2, 3 is down here somewhere, aren't you? Where are you? Where are there? It is 5 Bible verses the bad pastors don't want you to know about.
5 Bible verses that.
What? I need a pee, so I'm going to pause there and go for a pee first. Sorry. You can talk.
Oh, how you doing, guys? I'm all by my lonesome over here. PJ's draining the lizard.
Yeah, draining the old peacock.
He's a captain of his own ship. I made a reference to Are You Being Served? Anybody ever watch that show when they were growing up? It came on our television over here, believe it or not. Hey, Brad Thompson, how's your day going so far? Are you chilling? Everybody should chill, isn't that right? I hear Scotland's a good place to be from, right, PJ?
Yeah. Right, so let's do this thing.
You ever heard that one? You ever heard that before? Scotland's a good place to be from.
Yeah, it's a good be from.
You get where I'm going.
All right. PJ, when exactly do you sleep? You're always on some hours of the day and night. Usually I sleep a little bit when I do the 9, 10, 12-hour streams. I usually sleep a little bit on the stream by mistake.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, it happens. And I do it every once in a while too. And
yeah,
people can trim it out.
I think we've all fell asleep on the stream. My streams. I think we all have.
Tells you how boring they are. Yeah.
But I haven't I haven't had any sleep yet. So once I've done flats, I will be sleeping tonight. It's my day off tomorrow, so I'll be sleeping tonight anyway. Now, I mean, I usually don't even do this. I just decided to do it because I hadn't slept. So yeah, and then it'll take me up to flats and then in an hour. Yeah. So
can I ask a question right quick? I'm gonna ask a question. It's on everybody's mind. What date have you set yet?
Oh no, we haven't set a date. We haven't set a date. Vicky's asleep. Vicky's went to sleep. I don't know if she's listening or if she's asleep, but it's up to her. It's up to her. I mean, it's up to her. I leave that type of stuff to her. You know, I'm crap at that kind of arranging and remembering birthdays and anniversaries and all that kind of stuff. You know, Vicky's better at that kind of stuff. So yeah, it's up to her. I'll marry her whenever.
We'll do a ceremony on Flats this show. How about that?
Yeah, man. We was talking about getting married online because we're always online. You know, get Charles to marry us or something. Pastor Jedi Tech or something. I don't know. It's a good idea. I mean, I dare say it's been done before, guaranteed, but it's still kind of unique, isn't it? You know. Yeah. You know.
Many pastors don't want their congregations to know about, and I'm going to tell you why. And number 5 is the one that they absolutely hate the most. I'm also going to give you some crazy stories of pastors acting outside of their authority. But first, have you ever been in one of those churches where people are actually discouraged from questioning anything, either in the church or in the preach?
All the time. Yeah, you are. Churches nowadays will discourage you from questioning anything they do. You know, even if you're just curious. Oh, why did you do that? No, you're just being curious, but and not being like a detective. You know, they get so paranoid that they just don't tell you anything, and they do. They say you shouldn't be questioning us. You should, like, they've got some kind of authority over you, higher authority. Like, you shouldn't question me. Yeah, it happens, man. Yeah, it happens, absolutely. It's rife.
Yeah, but why?
And even coming forward and asking a question, even if it's legitimate and done in the right spirit, the pastor will become defensive. They will gaslight you. They will question your motive.
Gaslight. See, these pastors sound like anti-flat earthers. In fact, I know a pastor that's an anti-flat earther, and his name is a little bit like Fuddy or something like that, you know. Old Fuddy Doodah.
And they will say that you are being divisive and
Yes.
sowing discord.
Yes.
He's in the hen house.
Aye.
He's looking for eggs. Yeah.
Because what happens is the pastor feels threatened. He feels that his authority or control is threatened.
Right.
So what he'll do is two things. And first of all is to engage in stricter levels of control, become more controlling, and second of all, to discourage further people from asking questions or questioning anything. Now, before I get to these verses, I just want to say that God has appointed people in the church to teach and people to lead, and there are many good pastors out there. I'm part of a very great...
Yes, he has. Absolutely. God does appoint people to do that. But not everybody that works in a church, not every pastor that's in a church, and not every teacher that's in a church are meant to be there. You know, not all. Some are doing it against God's will. God might say to them, you go and do big mission work. I don't want you to be a pastor. And this guy said, no, I've wanted to be a pastor since I was 16, so I'll go be a pastor. You know, so there is pastors out there that are not meant to be pastors. That's not what God had in mind for them. And I think we know you can see the ones who are not meant to be pastors, to be honest.
Tony Wickham's.
It's a big responsibility. Go on.
Tony Wickham's funny, dude.
He's always funny.
Oh yeah, I did short haul for like 2 years, just hauling equipment across towns, small hauls. And he said, "You mean U-Haul, Roger?" He's funny.
I like that. We don't have anything. We don't have U-Haul here. It's weird. It's like you can hire these little boxy things to take so you can move houses and that. We have to hire someone to move house for us, or you get a van yourself. But yeah, it's cool. I think them little U-Haul things are cool, man.
Fellowship right now. But unfortunately, from my own experiences and the experiences of others, and even here in the comments, I know that there is a lot of bad stuff that goes on. So these Bible verses, the first three relate to teaching and questioning things, and the last two relate to control. So let's get into the first one here. The first Bible verse that pastors don't want people to know is Acts 17, 10 to 11. It says, the brothers immediately sent Paul and Silas away by night to Berea, and when they arrived, they went into the Jewish synagogue. Now these Jews were more noble than those in Thessalonica. They received the word with all eagerness, examining the scriptures daily to see if these things were so. So what they did is
there you go. They tested Paul. But I mean, Paul, big dude in the Bible, wrote loads of stuff in the New Testament. They went, and Paul went and taught them, and the people who were eager for God tested what he was saying with Scripture. So, you know, when churches, the pastors at church are saying that you shouldn't question me, you shouldn't question that, Paul was questioned. You know,
that's probably why the scriptures are there. It would test the validity of who you are. Yeah,
exactly right.
They got out the scriptures and they examined, is what Silas saying, does that align with the scriptures? Many pastors don't like this. Many pastors, when you do this, actually get defensive and insecure, and they take it as a personal attack. They feel like, I'm the pastor, I'm the one that's teaching. Who are you to question me? But we see from here what it's saying in the book of Acts is that we should be able to examine the words of anyone.
Yeah, we'd be honored too.
in accordance with Scripture, and this is what pastors should be encouraging as well, and we can all learn from one another. Unfortunately, this doesn't happen in a number of these churches. So the second Bible verse is in Psalm 119, verse 99, and this says, "I have more understanding than all my teachers, for your testimonies are my meditation." So in other words, as the psalmist, he meditates on the Scriptures, on the law of God, he grows in understanding even greater than his teachers. Now, many pastors, they don't like this because they want to be the ones that know the most. They should be encouraging their congregation
to read the Bibles for themselves. No, exactly. I mean, what you're just taking, like, what you're basically doing is when you go to church, yes, a pastor could be cool and all that, but you're taking one man's word for who's standing in the front reading the Bible, say, but you're taking his word that that's what it says and means. If you're not reading Scripture yourself, you're taking your pastor's word that that's what it says and means. So anything he says, you'll believe and you'll think that's right if you don't check it out for yourself. I mean, even if he's a brilliant pastor, he can be wrong about some things, you know. And if he was a good pastor and you challenged him on it, he would listen. He would listen, you know.
Yeah. A lot of them don't, do they?
That's it.
To grow in the knowledge of God, even if it surpasses them, that should be a joy to them. But many times it's not. I've questioned a pastor before about parts of a sermon very humbly and been told, "Oh, so you think you know more than me?" Or, "Oh, well, I disagree with you." And then when I ask what they disagree with, he says, "Oh, well, it's not that I disagree with you, I disagree with your motives." And it all comes from a place of insecurity. But we could learn so much from each other if we were humble enough to do so.
Iron sharpens iron. Absolutely. Absolutely. Build character. Even like people you don't like. It says iron sharpens iron. It builds character. It brings out things and builds character. That's Tony saying. Cartoon Cats is squatting on his channel, praising Duffy for owning flats on his panel. What is he smoking now? A big doobie a bit, just like me. Unbelievable, unbelievable. He said I actually reacted to it. Did a review of a video that Cats did, bigging up bloody Duffy for it. It was ridiculous. Ridiculous. I said, oh no, it wasn't. It was, sorry, no. The video I did on Cats was about Craig debating Andrew Wilson. Sorry, I didn't mean that. That wasn't a lie. It was just a slip. But yeah, so yeah, I dare say he is. Come on. We know what he's like. I can't believe he gets to teach. I can't believe he gets to teach secondary school kids, man. Unbelievable.
I think he gets pushed back. I watched him go 0 to 60 real quick. Yeah.
You've gone all tinny again. Are you right next to your computer?
And no, it's the microphone. It's the settings in here. It changed everything. So I'm trying to get it back to where it was.
Oh, okay.
So, now the third one, 1 John 2:27. "But the anointing that you received from him abides in you, and you have no need that anyone should teach you, but as the anointing teaches you about everything and is true and is no lie, just as it taught you, abide in him." So this isn't saying again that there's no need for teachers in the church, that these teachers aren't helpful, because they are, and the Bible raises up these people. But what it's saying is that we are not dependent on a teacher.
I'm the same chilling. Unbelievable. They shouldn't be able to teach people these tards.
Teacher in order to know the truth of the Word of God. We can come straight to the Bible, and if we have a genuine heart and we're seeking the Spirit, He will lead us in all truth, so that we're not deceived. We don't need to rely upon someone in order to avoid deception, and oftentimes when we rely upon someone, we enter into deception.
That's it. Sometimes when you take someone's word for something that is true, that's not true, but you're taking it as truth, you end up being in a rabbit hole, and a big deep rabbit hole with them, thinking you're in the truth when you're actually in deception, in deceit. You know, you're believing something that's not real or not happening just because you believe one person. That's why we should test things. That's partly why.
Yeah. Well, that's why they came up with all the law and the dogma that came with it, just to make sure everybody stayed in the.
Absolutely.
I guess. Yeah.
Absolutely. I left a
Looking
message
for
for guys. I left a message for guys asking for gas pressure without a container, which he still avoids, PJ. That, do you know something? That's a big one for him. He always avoids that because he has no answer for it. He just doesn't know what to say when it comes to that. I think he's exhausted all his Hey, babe.
Hey,
Hiya.
You right, baby? What you saying?
What did I miss?
What do you
Because
mean?
I've just looked into it and Heron's like, oh my God, you and Vicky are getting married.
Because somebody said about setting the date, and I says, "Hey, listen, I'll leave that to Vicky. She's good at all that stuff." I says, "I'm no good with anniversaries, birthdays, all that kind of stuff. Vicky's brilliant with that, so I'll leave that stuff to her." Vicky already explained, didn't you? Explain again when we get married.
Yeah, go for it.
Well, no, because we were saying, because it's not about getting legally married. We can't do that until we move. But
yeah,
but we can get married in front of God.
Yeah, of course. But tell them what you were thinking about the online thing.
Bazza can do it.
Yeah, but well, Charles could do it. Bazza could do it. But I'm just saying, tell them about it, what you said about it.
I didn't say much. We were all talking about it.
Yeah, I know. But I just thought you had some ideas about it. It's all right.
No, because we were going to do it online.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Aye.
But no, I was just saying, didn't you have wasn't you explaining why we can't legally do it, so to speak?
Well, we can't legally do it at the minute because we live in different places, and it would mean one of us has to give up where we live.
We'd have to be living together first, I'd say.
Well, you do, because you have to do it. Everything is together once you're married. So until I move and then PJ moves in with me, we cannot legally get married.
So when are you going to move?
Hopefully before the end of this year.
Nice. I'm pushing the limit here.
Exhausted all his brain cell, PJ. No, not a type, by the way. Not a typo, by the way. No, I know it's just the one brain cell.
Heaven's coming.
Oh,
Heaven's gonna come.
She wants to play the music.
Amazing.
I said we'd be honored to play music.
It's only making reference to me. Is that what
Chilling.
he's doing?
Chilling. Vicky, get your finger out your ass then.
Right, let's get this video finished.
Right, I'm going now. That's all I come in for. Right, love you.
Ta-da.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
By a pastor that I wasn't allowed to study the Bible or pray at home with friends because it was too dangerous without church leadership. But the Bible says here that we can come to the scriptures and the Spirit.
No, Vicky was in the house, Kim. Vicky was in the house. She just came in to say something. She does that a lot.
Spirit does give understanding. The only one it was dangerous for was himself because he felt threatened by it. So here's the fourth one now. So this is Matthew 23:11, and it says, "The greatest among you shall be your servant." Now, many pastors hate this, especially you see it in the big mega.
Of course they would, because they don't like to be classed as servant. They call themselves a servant. Oh, I'm here to serve. But because they've got the ego of the authority thing, then they don't.
Churches, because they elevate themselves.
Go, Roger, sorry.
Oh, no, I was just thinking that I need to restart the computer before I get started anything else, because it's not defaulted to microphone anymore.
No, you set your mic. You're back to sounding normal now.
Yeah, but I mean, my regular mic. It forgets it's there or something. I can't find it.
Do you have both mics on at the same time sometimes? Is that why you get like sort of feedback?
No.
'Cause you can't go into your settings and turn the mic off on your camera and stuff. If you're using if you're not using your camera mic, I don't know if you've got an external camera or if you're using a laptop camera. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I'm actually on that right now because my hyper, the mic I got here is not. It's not defaulted. It's not even. I can't even find it. It's weird.
Yeah, man.
They put themselves on the platform. They're the top dog. Everyone looks to them. All the attention's on them. You hear them calling themselves God's anointed at times.
Yes.
But this isn't what it's about.
That's
Jesus
what
is
they say.
talking to his very disciples.
Well, that's what they say. Don't slag off God's anointed. You know what I mean? Don't judge God's anointed. That's what they say about themselves. They do. God's anointed. Jesus was the anointed one. You can get anointed with oil. You know what I mean? But you're not anointed.
Here who became the leaders of the church, and he's saying that you are to serve. You are to come alongside the people and serve and shepherd, and that should be the heart, not someone who is inaccessible and so far removed and wants all the attention on themselves.
I know, babe. I know, babe. This has literally got a minute or two left, and that's me done.
Now, before I get to this fifth verse, which is the one that pastors really hate the most, I said that I would tell you some stories of people going outside of their authority in terms of pastors. So, as I mentioned before, I was previously told I wasn't allowed to pray or read the Bible at home because it's too dangerous without church leadership.
See what I mean?
I know someone that was told that they weren't allowed to.
Can't read the Bible at home because it's too dangerous without church leadership. Right, I went. That kind of happened to me. I was in rehab, Christian rehab, and I'd been in like, I don't know, 3 months, something like that. So I was over the drugs thing and all that. Then there was me and another Scottish boy got speaking and that, and we started doing like we started studying the Bible together. We went to study the Bible together. They stopped to studying the Bible together. They said just because I'd been in 3 months, he'd come in like he'd been in like, I don't know, 4 weeks or something. He said just because we might be bad influencing each other while reading the Bible. I said, but we're using the Holy Spirit. The Holy Spirit's not got to set us wrong. No, you can't do it because you might end up with making your own doctrines and stuff like that. I'm like, we're studying the Bible together. I'm not allowed to bloody make doctrines. And what? I was like, what the hell are you on about? So they were telling us to read our Bible, but don't read our Bible together. I'm like, what? Just because he was 4 weeks in. So what? So what? He was fine. He wanted to study. So why couldn't we study Bible study? Because we would make up our own doctrines and stuff. But we're being led by the Holy Spirit. No, you can't do it. I'm like, what? It was so cultish, man. Unbelievable. Madness.
To catch up with the youth in a church once they left that church. It's crazy. These were people that they were friends with. There was also a church where people were told they weren't allowed to have dancing at their weddings. I don't know why. It's just another man-made rule. These are rules that pastors are going outside the authority of Scripture. They have no authority to give, and yet they're giving. And the last one, which is utterly ridiculous that someone told me, is that the pastor said that people have to go to him and get approval for which Christian YouTube channels they listen to. It's crazy.
So
this ties into the last verse here, and you'll see why pastors hate this verse. So this one is in 1 Peter 5, 2-3. Shepherd the flock of God that is among you, exercising oversight, not under compulsion, but willingly, as God would have you, not for shameful gain, but eagerly, not domineering over those in your charge, but being examples to the flock. And you can see in light of everything that I've spoken about why they would hate that verse, because there are stipulations for leading in the church. God has certain things in place, and these...
Well, there is stipulations for it. Paul talks about the stipulations for being a church leader. The word pastor's not there, obviously, but church leader. Paul talks about a cost of stipulations. You've got a big responsibility as a pastor. You've got a flock. You've got people, you know what I mean, that you're meant to be shepherding, helping, and you know what I mean. making the relationship or helping them with the relationships with God, you know, helping them with the word. But you know, the ego gets to them.
PJ, I'm gonna step off.
Well,
The
I'm
computer's
finished now.
doing some. Yeah.
All right, dude. No
Yeah,
problems.
I
I'll see
can't
you in
even get to
practice.
the windows anymore. All right, I'll see you
I'll
later.
see you in practice, man. Bless you, man.
I get this straightened out. All right, later.
No problems. No problem. See you in a bit.
Pastors are accountable to the Word of God, and they don't want to be accountable to this. They want to simply be able to say, obey your pastor and exercise whatever control they want, even if it doesn't align with Scripture.
Right.
Would love to get your thoughts on this video. Have you had any experiences?
There you go. There you go. That was a quick one. At least it took us a little minute to do it. There you go. There you go. Definitely. I thought Roger was going. He's still there. Brilliant. Oh well, that's another. It's a bit less than hours what I did yesterday and this morning. 2 hours 21. It's a bit less than what I did 12 hours 20 earlier. So this was just a quickie. Nah, this is actually the time how long they're meant to be, about 2 hours, you know. But yeah, bless you guys. I'll play out with this song. Let's see if I got a. I can play the next in the Harry Mark. Oh, that's Roger gone. Okay, wonder I thought I'd done something then. Video down. Where is it gone? Did I already play this? Oh, I think I already played this one. I think. Yeah, I did. It did. Cause that's right. He was rapping with someone else. Yeah, I did play it. Okay. Is it this one? Yeah, it's this one, right? Yeah, because this is a 14-minute one with Harry Mark, but it's not a 14-minute freestyle. It's a few different Amigo ones he does. So we already did the first one. Let's get that up and forward it to the set.
Yo, what up?
Right, so we did the first one.
And by the way, y'all, I'm going on tour. If you love the energy of these videos and you want to experience it live, click the link in the description. All right? What's up, man?
Yo, look like you like music.
I do like music. Yeah, actually, could I do a freestyle for you?
Sure.
All right, Ty, but I need your help. Can you give me like some words to challenge me to use in my freestyle?
All right. Glasses.
Glasses.
Stickers.
Stickers.
And magazines.
Magazines. These are all things you can see in front of you, right?
You got a big win today, PJ. The Huns won. Did they? Ah, cool. Who were they playing? Who were the Jazz playing? Ah, cool.
All right, we did a tour of the room, but just for fun, let me get like some kind of complicated word just from your brain, you know?
Shit. Mechanical engineering.
Ooh, there we go. Mechanical engineering. 2 words, but we're going to take it. That's perfect. All right. Glasses, stickers, magazines, and mechanical engineering. You ready? All right, let's do it.
Oh, it was an old farmer. Beat 2 Rangers playing Celtic. That's a good result. Celtic's a great team. Rangers a great team. They're very, very like back and forth. But that's the thing. It always ends up just being Celtic and Rangers in Scotland. That's what it's like. For the past, I don't know. I mean, I don't follow as much anymore. But when I was still following, it was always when I was a kid. It was Rangers. They were winning all the time then. But Celtic had already done the 9 in a row before that, because they were both looking for the 10 in a row. I remember when Rangers was looking for the 10 in a row, they got the 9, and then Celtic beat them. That's what they do to each other. Stop them getting the 10 in a row and stuff. But that was at the end of the 90s. Scottish football for you. That's right. Aberdeen used to be a good team back in the 80s. Back in the early 80s. Aberdeen were on. The Dons, man, they were brilliant. Originally, I was a Dons supporter because I'm fairly Brock, and I was born in Aberdeen. So, Right. Anyway, shut up, PJ. You gotta get going.
Okay, yeah. In the instrumental Mac about to smash this. I see through the bullshit like X-ray glasses. I spit the shit they love to hear. Sharp as spears, get your glasses up. We be saying cheers. I am good on this mic. We saying cheers, toast to the good life. I make it understood, right? Changing the game. Every time I grip this MIC, I'm spraying the flames. Okay, yo, my name, if you ain't heard, is Harry Mack. I flip you backwards just like your new era cap. They will catch on eventually. Logo on the back of the cap is for the MLB. I ain't taking no loss, MLB, cause I'm a major lyrical boss. Okay, I respell all 3 of the letters. Compared to all these corny MCs, I be better. I paint a picture. I shine like a chandelier fixture. Yeah, leave a mark like I hit it with stickers. Okay, I blow your mind when I'm flowing divine, loaded like Glock 9. Put my sticker up on the stop sign. Old guerrilla marketing, fans who I'm targeting. Yeah, cold world, so you better bring a parka inside of your closet and hang it for the winter. Yo, every time I rhyme, I'm under skin just like a splinter, leaving you injured, got you nodding. Homie, let's do this. I popped up, he's like, you look like you love music. Yes, indeed, you predicted that right. See, I'm the type of kid that's sick on the mic. I'm just living my life. I body bag the scene. My flow's like a gun, loading up the magazines. But I'm not about the violence. I'm all about the love. When push comes to shove, I ain't really trying to judge. No violence in my music. I'ma keep it peace. But sometimes I brag and boast for the mental release. This is hip hop. Yo, we take it back to the beginning. I'ma give props to the originators that's winning. Shout to Cool Herc, Grandmaster Flash. Shouts to Nasty Nas in 94. Illmatic static kicking rhymes that's raw. I'ma take it back to the beginning. I can't get with y'all if you don't spit sick at all. I be bumping Biggie Smalls, Tupac, RZA, Jizza, that's the genius. The whole Wu-Tang with the verses, that's the cleanest. Yeah, I'm coming right over the top, moving through the clearing. My brain be more advanced than electrical engineering. And speaking of my brain, electricity be moving through my neurons. When I be stirring up these pure songs, think you on the level, homie, you're wrong. I'm about to take you way beyond it, I gotta keep it honest. Electrical engineering of this robotic Neuralink charged up AI system. Listen, the most live spitting, hitting harder. I be Mac GPT, cause I rap easily. Who's as nasty as me? Yo, the fact is these frees should be top of the chart when I'm dropping my art. What? I make your head spin around till the beat is done. Other rappers blind to it, couldn't see me, son. Y'all know that when I flow, I'm absurd. I gotta thank you, my new homie, just for throwing me words. Let's go.
Oh, that was.
So that is 8:30 in. So remember for the last one, 8:30. Time removed. Done. Right, guys, I will see you in Flatses in a little bit. I won't be streaming tomorrow. Tomorrow's my day off. I might make a video or something. Don't know. But tomorrow's my day off for streaming. But I will be back on Tuesday in the afternoon and at night time. So I'll see you in Flatses. Thanks for coming and join me. It took ages though. It took ages for people to come in. And there was like 2 people for like 10 minutes, man. And then 3 people for another 10. Then people just started piling in. It's crazy. I think people get the notifications like really late or not at all. It's mental. So mad. So mad. Thank you, Aaron. Bless you. Bless you. I will see you in Flatses. Bless you guys. Love yous. And I'll leave yous for a minute or 2. Ta-da. Hear the Sunset's free. It's free. Nobody? Indeed. Ta-da.